Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. Presidential Peace Advisor Carlito Galvez Jr. welcomes the assurance of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. that the parliamentary elections in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslims Mindanao will push through. The landmark election set on October 13 as mandate by Republic Act 12123 allows the BARM shift from an appointive to an elective parliamentary government based on the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro. Galvez said the president have sent a clear message that the national government will support the Bangsamoro people's right to elect their own leaders and chart their destiny. He said Marcos' statement affirms the government's shared commitment to the Bangsamoro peace processes. In a previous interview, Marcos underscored that the importance of holding the BARM election as he emphasized that doing otherwise is a failure to the peace process. Galvez said the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity will work with the Commission on Election Presidential Task Force on Media Security and the BARM Information Office to hold information campaigns for journalists in Mindanao who will cover the event. In a related news, the Comelec exceeded 1.7 million applications a day before the end of the 10-day voters registration period. The registration ran from August 1 to 10. The full body already met its initial 1 million target 5 days into the registration period. At least 6 regions post over 100,000 applications each, with Calabarzon leading at over 217,000, while the Cordillera Administrative Region recorded the lowest number of applicants with over 32,000. The nationwide registration is in preparation for the barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. Marcos is set to sign a law rescheduling the BSKE from December 1 to November 2026. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. praised the Armed Forces of the Philippines under President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s leadership for earning the public's utmost trust, as proven by the latest survey by the Octa Research Group. In a news release, Teodoro praised the armed forces, saying the survey result reflected its dedication, professionalism, genuine connection, and empathy with the Filipino people, and true love for the country. He also rallied the AFP to remember that the country will never be oppressed. In a separate statement, AFP spokesperson Colonel Francel Margaret Padilla said they are especially honored that the AFP remains in the heart and minds of Filipinos. The AFP leadership reaffirmed its commitment to its mission of protecting the nation and advancing peace, security, and development with excellence and integrity. Octa's July 2025 Tugon ng Masa survey showed that 81% of adult Filipinos expressed trust in the AFP, while 82% said they are satisfied with the military's performance. The Department of Social Welfare and Development said the government's Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, or PORPIS, is not just about providing cash aid, but it also equips and educates households on breaking free from the cycle of poverty. In a radio interview, DSWD spokesperson Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao said the PORPIS aims to promote changes in social behavior. She said one of the PORPIS K2s is for the family development sessions, where beneficiary attended monthly sessions about responsible parenting, health and nutrition, disaster and preparedness, and values formation. These sessions also cover financial literacy to help families budget wisely and find ways to earn a steady income. They may also learn using digital technology to improve access to online services and cashless transactions. PORPIS beneficiaries must join these sessions aside from participating in regular checkups and school attendance to receive conditional cash grants. More than 1.4 million households have graduated from the 4-piece, while about 1.3 million are expected to exit next year based on the 7-year participation period under Republic Act 11310 or the 4-piece Act. However, Dumlao said the DSWD is working with lawmakers to amend the law so that beneficiaries may graduate based on the actual status of the household rather than a fixed time frame. More than 7,000 minimum wage earners in Negros Oriental have so far benefited from the 20 pesos per kilo rice program, according to a personnel of the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE. In an interview, DOLE Negros Island Region Senior Labor Office Nole Torres said the rollout of the Benteng Bigasmero na in the province started in June with a few business establishments signing up. Torres clarified that the rice subsidy is not exclusive to indigent, as workers from private establishments are also eligible. Under the program, employers purchase rice at subsidized price and distribute it to workers who pay through salary deduction. Participating companies must submit their employees' names to DOLE for verification before coordinating with Food Terminal Incorporated and the National Food Authority for processing. The program has already been adopted by security agencies, sugar industries, hotels, and resorts in the province. In our business news, the National Electrification Administration, or NEA, has reaffirmed its commitment to provide reliable electricity access for all last-mile schools nationwide within the next 3 years. During the 3-day NEA EC Convergence Ceremony at SMX Convention Center, NEA Administrator Antonio Mariano Almeda called for support of the electric cooperatives, or ECs, to fulfill the mandate. Almeda said he promised President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. that an initial 295 schools will be energized before the end of 2025. Last February, NEA and the Department of Education, or DepEd, entered into a memorandum of agreement ensuring to provide reliable electricity in last-mile school in off-grid and underserved areas, enabling learners to build a strong educational foundation and seize more opportunities. In his message, DepEd Secretary Sonny Angara stressed that electricity in last-mile schools must no longer be a luxury but a fundamental right. Angara urged NEA and ECs to continue working with DepEd toward an education system where every basic need is met. In the opening of classes last June, Datu Saldong Domino Elementary School, an off-grid school in Sitio Tapangi, Barangay Simbalan, Buena Vista, Agusan del Norte, became the first to benefit from the last-mile school electrification program. Meanwhile, the India government has granted Filipino a free 30-day e-tourist visa that valid for double entry starting August 1, 2025 to July 31, 2026. In a statement, India Embassy in Manila said that by default, the applicants will be granted a double entry e-tourist visa valid for 30 days from the arrival date in India. Applicants must file their visa request at least 4 days before their intended arrival and can apply up to 30 days ahead of travel. Passport must have at least 6 months validity at the time of application. Upon arrival in India, travelers may be asked to present proof of return or onward travel and sufficient funds for their stay. The free visa applies only to the 30-day e-tourist category. Standard visa fees will still apply for all other e-visa types, including longer duration e-tourist, e-business, e-medical, e-conference, and e-student visas. Applicants can apply online at the link shown in this screen. And those are the latest and the big stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news update, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and next account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am Arbia Baracoso. This is the Pna Headlines, bring stories that unite the nation.